What's up, guys? I'm Anthony.
Matt.
And we're back with another WWE movie review. This time on the Chaperone. With WWE superstar Triple H.
So, being this another WWE movie I have seen and you haven't.
Which you're going to get a lot in these reviews.
I have a lot of time on my hands. What'd you think?
I liked it. I did. I thought it was cute. I mean, you never really hear me say that about a movie, but it was cute. You know, it was like the whole father-daughter relationship. It's damaged or it's non-existent, and he's just trying to, you know, turn his life around, stuff like that. It was a nice movie. It was. It seemed like a very family-friendly movie.
And what else do you have to say? That's what that felt like. It was like an interview.
Yeah, so The Chaperone. I remember when this movie first came out and seeing like the trailers for it and everything. I was like, wow, this looks stupid. But I was completely wrong. I really like this movie. I enjoyed it.
I thought the same thing. Like, oh, Triple H is a chaperone.
Like, to be honest with you, I had no idea that he was a convict.
No.
That he was just released from prison. I had no idea about that.
But I kind of, when I first watched it, I kind of thought about that because he had the money in his pocket and just, like, you know.
Just because he has money in his pocket.
And the shirt.
He has like $300 in his pocket.
The shirt like that. Kind of, I stereotyped the shit out of him when. Not gonna lie. So,
certain points or moments.
Well, let's just say. What was I gonna say? There were a couple of things that bugged me. After seeing it a second time, like a lot of things, me with my nitpicking. Like, the whole time he's accused that he robbed the bank. Not once does anybody say, yeah, but he was on the bus with us the whole time, so there's no way he was involved.
But they did say that. It's just that nobody believed them.
No, but his daughter said it eventually. But I'm talking about the teacher, the two teachers that would have, any of the rest of the kids on the bus. They all knew he was on the bus with them. There was no way anybody saw him rob a bank and was like, all right, let me throw the money on the bus and take all these kids with me.
Because what they were really thinking was even if he was on the bus, like, he set it up to make the getaway.
Yeah.
Like, take the money and run kind of thing.
But even so, nobody believed him. First off, he was so nice. It's not like he was like, everybody on the bus, let's go. Let's go.
Actually, he did.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't...
He kind of, you know, shallow... Like, gave a shallow threat to the bus driver.
The other thing was, you know, you threw away the keys. I understand you're getting rid of the keys. You should have just kept the keys with you.
Well, yeah, if
boom,
if you knew that it was all going to trickle down and have this kind of effect, yeah, of course you keep the keys.
Keep the keys, whole movie's done, finished, not a problem, there would have been no movie.
And that's why they didn't do it.
Which was still stupid. There were so many other ways you can go.
One thing I did... like about this movie was the relationship he had with his daughter, played by, I believe, Ariel Winter is her name, from Modern Family. They did a good job of pacing, as far as she was very blocked off from him.
I hate you. I still hate you. You're getting okay. And I love you.
And by the time she got kidnapped, it was like, Dad! Oh, now I'm Dad? I'd be like, oh, now I'm Dad. What happened to Ray?
I would have been a little more excited if my kid finally said I'm Dad. Yes, I got a
more pressing matters.
I got a gun pointed to my head.
More pressing matters at the moment.
It's called me Dad.
But I like that dynamic they had. They took it slow. The only thing that did bother me about that was the first moment that she allowed him to kind of get close to her was only after, like, the kid that she liked her dad.
Yeah.
You know? And then he's like, yeah, your dad's kind of awesome. She's like, yeah, he is.
But that's why he's like, ooh, this is my way. I'm going to trick her to like me.
Mia.
Second thing was her driving the bus.
That pissed me off.
How the hell did she reach the damn pedals?
Let me tell you something. Even if she did reach the pedals, they left in the day. Like, the sun was out when they left on the bus. They made it to the warehouse. It was dark out. And you're telling me that entire time... They stole the bus in broad daylight. The bus driver knew they stole it. The teachers knew they stole it. The cops were with the teacher who knew they stole it.
But nobody went after them.
She blew red lights, and yet they made it all the way to a warehouse without a single cop coming after them.
Red light. Red light. Red light.
And don't forget how fast the mother made it from wherever they lived to New Orleans.
Yes.
In that amount of time.
That was another thing that bothered me, was they made her very guarded as far as the daughter was concerned. The mother's like, no!
You're not allowed
to see our daughter, and you're not allowed to have a life with her, and what did you think was going to happen? And I go, take it easy.
Your husband got arrested.
Look, I'm not saying it's a good thing that he went to prison and stuff like that, but
okay, but
wait, if you do go to prison, he didn't go for murder.
No.
He didn't go for kidnapping. He didn't go for being a sexual predator. He was the getaway driver who actually got caught in the shittiest way possible, literally sitting there in the car.
Because his friend left and didn't tell him.
Right, so he really was. I mean, if you go to prison for something, it's like, okay, he didn't go to prison for anything violent or, murder or something like that. He really just...
He went and took the rap. That was it.
So it's like, really? Yeah, he's a convicted felon. And yeah, it sucked that he was gone out of your lives for 7 years, and that's not something you can easily forgive. But to actually tell the guy he can't have any kind of relationship with his daughter is a little fucked up.
That was the other thing. That she was like, oh, you didn't write me for 7 years, but Mom could have took you to go visit him.
But she didn't want to, apparently.
Okay, but still, don't complain because you didn't get letters written to you. You could have went and visited him, too!
And actually, when she said that, I actually thought he was going to say, what do you mean I did write letters to you? And you were going to find, the mom, always threw them out when they came in the mail,
Yeah,
But no, he just didn't write.
No, because you have to make the mom seem good because you know how the end has to be. One big happy family ending.
So at the end of the movie, LaRue, who's the boss, the leader of this group of criminals, which he was a moron in this movie. Literally, he's telling him the money's on the bus. No, that's your mastermind, tricking us. Oh my god, they really went with that,
Yes, their partner who got hit by a car who accidentally dropped the bag. They were working together.
Yeah, and they were working together, and him being in prison the whole time.
He didn't even know the guy.
But him being in prison the whole time made him this criminal mastermind that he was able to plan everything even before it happened.
Because you have connections.
The other thing that bothered me is when the kids actually got involved to rescue him. After she drove the bus to the warehouse, and they got there, and they set off the fireworks to distract them, and then the one guy chased after the kid, and they Home Aloned him.
Yep.
They just straight out Home Alone this guy.
Here's some Mardi Gras beads.
And it's really? They're really putting that in this movie? No! But of course, at the end of the movie, he accidentally dials the radio station that he always talks to.
No, he did that purposely.
Oh, he did call them?
He did call them.
Are you sure?
Yes, because he grabbed his phone and the number was there because it's the first person he always calls.
I thought he accidentally dialed them and,
no, he called purpose.
Winky dink. But, and the whole, unintentional confession from LaRue gets recorded on the radio station live. So, all the charges are dropped against Ray. They stop investigating him. He's completely innocent. The other guys go to prison. And then it cuts to a short time later.
Yes, it's just a short time, not a couple months later, 6 months later, 8 months.
I guess they really couldn't give it a
short
period of time.
And he goes back out with his ex-wife.
Yes, but they actually go on a first date.
Yes.
They don't just jump back
into
into
drops the guy she was with completely.
That was some grimy shit.
Goodbye, see you later.
That was some grimy shit. I mean, he was going to propose to her. He set up a whole thing to propose to her, and then by the time this all goes down and the time passes, she completely just breaks up with him. I feel bad for that guy.
That was just gone.
I wouldn't even mind if they just brought this movie over to the 12 Rounds franchise. Wait, here's 12 Rounds 4. The ex-wife's now ex-boyfriend wants revenge on Triple H, who then goes from being a convict to being a cop because he wants to completely turn his life around. So why not completely do a 180 on your career too?
And change yourself to Dean Ambrose.
And be and be the guy who puts criminals away, right? Okay. Now the ex-boyfriend sets up a game for him.
That Triple H would automatically win.
Why? Because he's the game.
Game over. Good night.
That's 12 Rounds 4. And it'll be 12 Rounds 4, the Chaperone.
But her
Make it!
Her boyfriend too was a little odd character himself.
Why?
I'm a doctor.
He was jealous.
I'm a doctor. I'd be jealous too. My ex-wife's husband is Triple H. I'd want a picture and an autograph.
So he ends up, along with going on the first date with his ex-wife again, he gets a new job as the new radio host, or I guess maybe co-radio host, of the radio station that he always listened to. And one of his first callers is LaRue from prison, which was a funny scene in itself. Really, overall, I enjoyed the movie. It had some humor in it. It was really like that family, kind of...
It's a friendly comedy movie.
Friendly,
family-friendly comedy movie.
Cutesy movie. Kudos to WWE Studios not always making a straight-out action movie. It had action in it, but it had way more of an in-depth story than I think a lot of the other movies I've seen from them, at least so far.
Yeah.
On to final grades. Go ahead.
Give the movie an F. No, I'm kidding. No, I'll give this movie a B.
A B?
Yeah, B.
After all you were praising it, and you...
No, I do praise it, yes, no, and I have seen it twice, and after a while, my nitpicking gets to me. But Triple H is a hell of an actor and should have been in a lot more movies.
I'm very surprised he actually hasn't been in a lot more movies than he is. You want to know why, too, I think? Because he really did give himself completely to the company.
Yes,
Like, he never took time off unless he was injured. And now, even though he's not wrestling a lot, he's still, as far as the corporate side,
he's in charge.
That's what he's doing. So he really didn't have time to sit there and go make a movie.
It's true.
But
I am giving this movie a B because I'm giving a lot of these movies A's.
Yes.
So I have to...
I'll give this a B+. I didn't want to give it an A either, just because I don't want that to be the constant.
Yeah, it's constant.
But I think there are a couple of things with this movie.
You all know.
This movie could have done a couple of things
differently, better, yes.
I think it had a very... You know what it was? It had a very realistic feel for most of the movie until the kids got involved and she drove the bus and they home alone the guy and... then I was like, really, this just became one of those fucking movies. So it kind of fell short at the end of the third act.
It would have been an A, but then towards the end it became a B, that's why. Okay,
it kind of fell a little bit towards the end of the third act. Right at the end of the movie, they kind of fell a little short in my opinion.
You got too kiddie.
Well, yeah. So we got a B and a B+. Still a very enjoyable movie, definitely worth your time to watch.
If you haven't seen it, watch it.
So that was our review on The Chaperone.
The Chaperone.
With Triple H. Tune in next week when we handle Knockout with WWE superstar Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I haven't seen this one.
Finally, we could actually see this movie for the first time together and really critique it. As always, guys, like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what movies you want us to check out or what we can do better. But until then, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Later.